So, hi everybody. I wanted to show you today how I made my Bitmoji classroom. Because I don't know what things are going to look like, and there's a chance that we might not be in class, we might be in class some of the time, I wanted something that could carry over between the two. So I thought that this would be a really good way to do that. As you can see, I have my whiteboard with my morning message. Good morning, scholars. Welcome to fourth grade. We're going to have a great year. I can't wait to get started. And their to-do list. This would be if they're in the classroom, they might copy their homework, do their morning work. And then over here, I have links to anchor charts that will be hanging around the classroom. So as you can see, we haven't really done the anchor charts yet, so they will be there soon as we are putting them together. They will grow with the class, so the students can always get to these from home. And we can always have more than one anchor chart in that file as well. Right here, we're going to have we have a link to their Bright work. So there are two slides here. Slide one, slide two, they actually look the same. So student work will be displayed here. So we will have a virtual bulletin board as well. And then over here, I am working on putting together a bookshelf that's going to have resources, math manipulatives, book links, things like that. I'm just working on that as we go, but I wanted to share with you how I made my Bitmoji classroom to go, just so that you know what we need to do from there. So the one thing that you do need to do ahead of time is you need to use the Bitmoji app. I downloaded it onto my phone and made myself into a Bitmoji. You need to do that. And then I put the Bitmoji extension in on my Chrome app so that I was able to access it, so that you can put your Bitmoji wherever you want to in your classroom. So I'm going to admit that I cheated a little and I went and got a product that had information already put together for me. I tried to piece something together. I was trying to do something that sort of looked like this. And then I found out that somebody had already done it, and I said, I'm going to invest in using a little bit of what's already done. But you are welcome to go onto Google and see what you can find and piece together if you want. But I'm going to show you how I put together my Bitmoji classroom. So I'm going to go with this background right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go File, and then I'm going to go Download. And I'm going to download this as a JPEG. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to make a new file. So Canvas background. Okay, I'm going to say classroom background. It's in my downloads. I'm going to do that because I'm going to go make a new file. So I'm just going to go right here. I actually nope, that's my old one. I'm going to start a new one. I'm going to go slides.new. If you didn't know that, that's a shorthand way of getting to a new slide. I've been using Google Slides for just about everything right now. I'm not going to be using this title and subtitle that's already here, so I'm just going to delete it. So that's gone. What I am going to do is I'm going to click on this background button right here, and I'm going to go to choose image. Now remember, I downloaded my picture before, so I'm going to put that in my background. So, oops, it was just there. Downloads, classroom background. So the reason I'm going to do that is once I put it in my background, I can't move it around. So as I'm dragging the other things that I'm going to put on here around, my background's not going to go anywhere and I don't have to worry about it moving. That was something that was definitely really annoying the first time I was trying to do this. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my I'm going to go, back to what I was working on before, where I was pulling the information from. Sorry, just want to close this stuff out for you. I will probably edit that out. All right, so I'm going to go down here, and not only does she have like the walls and things like that, but this product was great because look, I've got furniture, I've got my Everyone is Welcome, I've got my Rainbow Mickey, books. You've got some other Disney characters, like this person's totally after my own heart, if you know me. We have the Harry Potter series. I need to make sure I add that into my classroom. But before I get started, I need to add a whiteboard. So let's see, I've got two options here for a whiteboard. Or there's this one, or the chalkboard. Well, I know it will definitely have a whiteboard and not a chalkboard in my classroom. I do not like chalkboards. So I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to go to my new presentation, which I'm going to save real quickly as my classroom. We'll go with virtual, can't spell today, sorry guys, virtual classroom. And then I'm going to paste my whiteboard in. So there is my whiteboard. Now that's kind of small for a whiteboard for me, so I am going to make it bigger. I'm going to center it because I'm kind of crazy like that and I need it to be centered. So we're gonna go at the 4.5 mark. I think that's probably good, so I'm gonna leave it for now. We'll see. Let's go back. What other furniture do we want? So I know what I used last time, but let's see what I'm gonna use this time. Let's see. That's probably, I don't know how that's gonna work because it's not straight, but maybe we'll give it a try. Anyway, let's give it a try. Let's see how it looks if we can. I don't think we're gonna be able to angle it, so I think we're gonna be with the same bookshelf we were with last time. Let's see, any posters we wanna make sure that we use. Let's see, in this one, I would love to have, oh, well, we definitely need, I think we need a welcome to our class poster because, you know, it's the beginning of school. So let's copy this. We'll put this in. It's a little big for me. We'll put it there. Make sure that when you are sizing things down that you pick that corner one because it'll keep the dimensions within the right size. And that's super important because otherwise you're going to end up with things not looking right. Now, you saw that red line pop up, so now I know I'm centered on my page again. Let's see, let's go back here again. We'll pick some more. I'm only going to pick a couple things right now. I'm going to, you know what? I'll take this bookshelf on wheels. We'll just take that for the moment. Copy that. Well, that's too big for this classroom, so let's size that down. It's a little too small. I'm going to put it over here. All right, let's see. Well, because it's me, I need to put that Mickey in again. Because anybody who knows me knows that they will definitely walk in to find a Mickey Mouse in my classroom someplace. So let's add that one that also supports having different communities around. So I'm going to stick that over. Yeah, we'll stick it up here let's stick it in the corner for right now. We'll figure out where it's going to go later, but it's a nice thing to have there. Okay. So let's see. Okay, let's talk about how I made my virtual bulletin board. So I went over to the shapes over here, and I prefer to have the little rounded corners on my shapes. So I use the rectangle with the rounded corner. It's really up to you as to what works best for you, but I felt that that was the best thing. I like that this is lining up with another thing. That comes from my yearbook days. Now, I don't want it to be gray. I'm choosing in my classroom this year to have black backgrounds. That's why I chose black, but you can pick anything you want. So maybe we'll go with a blue this time. Let's get a gradient of some kind. That'll just make it a little bit more interesting. And then I'm going to add a darker, thicker border around there. So there is my bulletin board. I liked that one, so I'm going to make another one on the other side that's similar so that I have other space for it. So now that I've done that and I'm happy with where everything is, you know what, this is still too big for me. Let's make it smaller. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm trying to think about the things that, I'm gonna move this down a little, it's covering Mickey. I'm trying to think about the things that I would want to have shown in the classroom. So depending on what it is, I might, you know, pick different things. So as I said before, I made a link for anchor charts. I'm gonna show you how I did that. So I did the text on here. And we're going to say anchor chart. Let's make that fit. Now, I went into Google a long time ago and found all of their great fonts. So if you don't see a font that you like, click on this more font option and there will be plenty available for you. So this is going to be a heading. So I'm going to make it nice and thick and bold. I'm going to center it, maybe make it a little bit bigger. Let's move this up to the top of the page. So I'm going to go back to my reading anchor chart, which was the one I showed you. So again, I'm going to put another reading box in here. Up, I forgot. Well, let me type reading, otherwise it's going to disappear on me. And get this set up. I'm going to use a different font this time. Pangolin looks like a good one. I'm going to go ahead and center it again. Going to make sure I'm centered as a whole right now. All right, I forgot that with this, it includes a background. So I'm going to make sure to go get rid of that outline because I don't want a border here. So we're going to go here and go transparent. That'll take that away from me. So there's reading. So what I did was I put in all of the information I wanted, but then I'm actually going to change this to virtual classroom background, because what I did is I don't want my students coming into the classroom and clicking on things and being like, hey, let's move the reading cart over here. Nope, don't want that. So I am going to make it so that they can't move anything on this page. So I have my reading here. I'm just going to show you how to do the one link. I might have, other things in here too, but I'm going to leave that there. So, okay, so what I did was I did what I did before. I go here and I go File, Download, and save it as a JPEG. Okay. So again, we're going to save it as a virtual classroom background. And then I like to keep it in case I want to make changes to it. You could delete it and go redo everything. I like to change it, like to keep it in case I want to make changes. So I'm going to go, I'm actually going to go new presentation. That's the other way to do it. And then again, I'm going to get rid of this stuff because I don't need it. I'm going to click on background. Again, I'm going to click on choose image. Go to browse. Remember I did classroom. Oh, that's the wrong one. See, I picked the wrong one. Let's pick the right one. Need virtual classroom background. And see, everything is there. But here's the thing. I didn't put any links in before, and I know I'm going to need them here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shape tool, and this time it doesn't make a difference which rectangle I choose. So I'm just going to choose that one. I'm going to draw a rectangle over here. My rectangle disappeared. Hold on, I'm going to draw a rectangle over this. See, there's my rectangle. And I am going to then give it a link. So in this case, I'm going to go to my here. You know what the easiest way to do this? I closed it out, guys. Sorry. All right, so here it is. So here's my link. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to my virtual classroom, my untitled one. So here is my virtual classroom, and I'm going to say students so that I remember that this is the one that the students are going to have. And I'm going to right click, and here's my link option. So now I'm going to paste in the link. I'm going to hit apply. There's my link to it. Now I'm going to go back and make everything transparent. So there's no line, there's no nothing. And here it is. All right, so now I'm going to go to present just to make sure it's working. There's my link. Ain't that cool? So now the students can go and click on links. Now, one thing I do want to point out to you, I didn't show this to you when I did it. If you look up here in the slide bar, when I went and shared it, actually, let me show you how I'm going to share this with my students to begin with. So when I'm ready to share this with my students, I want it to be present. But if I go into share and just go to share copy link, I'm going to go here and paste it so you can see it. See how right here it has edit? Well, that means the students can move it around and change it and things like that. I don't want that for this. If it was an assignment, it would be different. So I'm going to change this to present. And then when you change it to present, you get it takes up the whole screen, which is part of it. So it'll be bigger and everything's already here. And notice they can go and click on that link just like I showed you before. So by changing that edit to present, you keep students from being able to really move things around. So that is how I made my virtual classroom. Of course, I went back and wrote things and had fun with fonts and things like that. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I hope that you found this helpful. Good luck.